guys, welcome to episode 5 of season 6 here at Sunderland. We start with the game against AEK Athens in the Europa League. We're at home, but I'm going to play it, and if we win, that will be us almost certainly guaranteed progression through to the knockout stages. We follow that with Leicester at home, which we will sim. We'll then play Southampton away and Wolves away and simulate the home game against Zurich. But I wanted to play at least one of the Europa League games today, and AEK Athens seems like the more obvious one to play, with the first team still missing Harrison, and we haven't played Athens yet, so we shall play them, having played Zurich already, and then maybe in the next episode. In fact, to be fair, December is probably going to be split into 2 episodes because of the sheer amount of games in there and the amount of games played against top teams as well. So we shall play this game against Athens with the rotated 11 and see if we can get a decent result. Be a chance to play with a number of these players for the first time in a while. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do with them, and then we shall take it from there. Do drop the video a like if you enjoy as ever, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, etc, etc. Let's go play Athens. Right, the opposition starting lineup. I don't recognise any names other than Livaya, but I don't know whether that's because I recognise him from real life or because he scored against me last time we played AEK. I've definitely seen him in other career modes, but I don't know as I know anything about any of their players, to be honest. They're all similar to Zurich, mid to late 70s. No standout players, but in this team we're playing now, we only really have one standout player, and that is Chalov, the striker, of course, who's being heavily involved now, whilst George Harrison is out injured. But we're really working this move particularly well at the beginning of the game, and we'll whip that in, and we'll look for the man at the back post, but not quite be able to find Zimmerman. Jamie Ward should have the strength to hold the man off there. Apparently he didn't, but was out-muscled illegally, so Chalov will take this quickly to Lyndon Gooch. Lay that in front of Chalov, will hit it early, deflected, oh, keeps. Surely could have just caught that. He reacted to the deflection and then stood there where the ball was going to drop and then tipped it away. Odd decision by him to use that particular animation, but Jamie Ward will have another effort for us, and unfortunately that is well blocked as well. 9 minutes in, ooh. Terrible attempt at a tackle from Morgan Turner there. 10 minutes in, we are still at 0-0, but looking the more likely to score a goal. Livaya in there. Oh, it's a lovely ball forward. Can we get to that first? Tamori's done really well. Edwards, unfortunately, has given it away again, though. And here's Juices. Decent ball in. Oh, keeper's not done too well with that, but it will get away at least. Botos turns well. Jamie Ward is there. Ball, oh, the ball just kept dropping free to an Athens man. Jeeps. A couple of well-timed tackles there. Just couldn't get the ball away. Albanis will take the corner himself. In it comes, but Jamie Ward heads away. Well, they haven't really threatened, but they have still nearly scored a goal. Botos with the ball into the middle, away by Drew Yearwood, and as far as Bukakis into Albanis again. Juices, and a left with a first time hit that's very well saved by Cooper. Been some calls to give Cooper a chance in the first team, but obviously with Nick Pope being so good, I don't really feel the need to drop him at the moment. But should Nick Pope have a run of poor games, I would consider dropping him for Cooper. Certainly Cooper is going to get the nod in all of the cup games that we play this season, until perhaps the knockout stages of the Europa League, where we're going to want our better players in there, or going to start a full first team. Win that header, please. Oh, unfortunately not. Frustrating opening first half. We started really well, but haven't really done much since. Had a few opportunities that could have presented themselves to us, but some misplaced passing is really costing me at the minute. So you see through the gap there, looking for a teammate. Bennett can't get rid of it in time, and then slide tackles the floor. Get that rid. And win that header, please. Oh, if someone could win a header up top, that'd be great. Here's Juices down the line. Cross could come in, it hasn't. Albanis does deliver it. Tamori wins the header. Gets that first, please, Chalov. He's done well. Although, did try and play a 1-2 with him. We'll bowl this out with Cooper. Zimmerman will bring it down, work it inside. Still coming along well. Options out wide. Lyndon Gooch, who's carrying a knock at the minute. Hopefully he'll be alright to continue. This is a good move. Will it end in a chance on goal? No. Good block on the cross. Frustrating first half. Really frustrating first half. Started off brightly and then did practically nothing for the remainder of it. They've had a lot of chances, Athens. We certainly need to be better in the second half. Do you use these? Linus again. Oh, he's just tripping his way around everyone. Oh, finish from Levaya. Ball pops out from the box. And then Levaya buries it. Just cleared the ball away comfortably enough. Lays it into Levaya and smash. 1-0 AEK Athens. Lose this game and it throws our qualification from the group into question. Sure, we'll still qualify, but it certainly won't do us any favours by losing this game. Just means it will be more frustrating to get through, just as the entirety of this game has been frustrating so far. It just means the entirety of our group stage experience will be quite frustrating. Celo's footwork is really good, and he's in the box here, but I can't get the shot off. Big switch by Albanis, but we'll pick that off from Morgan Turner. Certainly got the physical presence to be able to get in the way of that. We'll work that out wide there to Lyndon Gooch. Back inside there to Jamal Lowe. Drop the shoulder well and find Chalov. Good save. Have to pull this back with Zimmerman, looking for a teammate. Jamal Lowe. Decent touch, but defender steps in well. I have changes waiting to be made. We're unsure at this stage as to whether those changes will actually get us back in the game. Lowe in there to Jamie Ward. Here's Zimmerman. I was just going to try and poke that to Chalov. It has ended up at Chalov's feet. Yearwood, first time effort, blocked by Kosic. They've been very good at getting in the way of my efforts so far. Athens, that's a good ball in, headed away. Drops to Liam Bennett. He's not going to be any good with a shot from there. Oh, it wouldn't quite reach Declan Rice. Not that he would have scored anyway. Oh, 25 minutes to go. Still 1-0 down. Rice. Forward there to Drew Yearwood. Space for Chalov to run into. I need him to be better in the finish this time than before. In fact, we weren't even given the opportunity. I need to get that out of Alexis's feet. There was a man free on the right-hand side in Lyndon Gooch, and that would have been the chance. Had a couple of opportunities now that could have been the chance, and we haven't been able to take them. And we are paying the price for that at this stage. 5 minutes to go. Good footwork from Chalov again. Lovely turn. In there to McAllister. Look over the top for Jamal Lowe. He'll have the pace to get away. Takes in his stride well enough. At the back post arriving as a teammate. There's Chalov. There's the equaliser. That's more like it, boy. Level in the 88th minute. Thought he was going to go with his head, to be completely honest. Genuinely thought that was a headed opportunity. But went with the volley there, Chalov. Great delivery from Jamal Lowe. Picked him up beautifully. And why he went with the volley, I don't know. But great finish. Really good finish. See the replay over here. Great angle for it. It was almost past him. How he got his foot that high, I'm not sure. But I don't care how it went in. All that matters is that it went in. We are level. There's the final whistle. It's a 1-1 draw thanks to our late equaliser through Chalov. Very pleased to have been able to get something out of that game. Oh, disappointed not to have been more competitive in it. I didn't feel like we were really deserving of a victory there. We certainly improved in the second half and definitely showed improvements once McAllister and Declan Rice came onto the field. But frustrated that we didn't win that. But never mind. Not to worry. We've got a game coming up against Leicester here that we'll switch back to this side and sim it with, because that's the home game. We should be able to get ourselves... just go away, team. I'm going to release him at this rate. Can't believe the amount of times that players just don't accept to move away. Please be fixed for FIFA 20. It's actually drafted Graf in at centre forward rather than Chalov. Perhaps I should have put Chalov in manually rather than letting it automatically select someone for that centre forward role. It's gone to someone that is a centre forward rather than a striker that can play there. Gazal gives Leicester a 1-0 lead. Graf is now off. Chalov is on in his place. 2 minutes after that is when the goal went in. Lads, if you don't mind, we are at home after all. It is the home games that are supposed to be the easiest ones to simulate. Balls. Defeat to Leicester. And somehow we're still top as everybody else lost as well. How is my luck? Well, we'll have a quick change before we run out of days. I'll see you in the next game. I can't remember who that's against, but we'll find out sooner rather than later because I'll cut there now. Gunn in goal for Southampton here. 5 at the back for them. Dubois, Toby Alderweireld, Anton, Joe Gomez and Augustinsson. In the midfield, they've Samaseku and Golovin. Samaseku's 86 rated, Golovin 85. Melendo, who's 85 rated on the right. Elyounoussi on the left and Rafael Borra through the middle. They are, however, despite those high-rated players, the lowest goal scorers in the league so far. We are the highest goal scorers in the league so far. We'll wait and see what happens, though. Rafael Borra down the line. Early ball in. Easily away by Justin, although only as far as Samaseku. Elyounoussi to Melendo. Strike. Well hit. Good save. 4 minutes in. First chance goes the way of our hosts. Elyounoussi will deliver the corner in. And it's a decent delivery. It's Joe Gomez. It's fallen straight to Golovin, who I think picked up a knock there. Seemed to be injured as he struck the ball. Very lucky with how it fell to him. Wasn't the best of corners. Joe Gomez, not the best of connections either. But it deflects off. Well, yeah, he goes to do like a I'm hurt animation and then runs off and celebrates. Oh, it's frustrating. Never mind. 1-0 down after 5 minutes. Seemingly it doesn't matter whether I'm starting my first team or my reserve side. We can't seem to defend at the minute. Nice tackle by Jack Clark. Nice tackle by Jack Clark. Oh, balls. I was actually in there because I had player free on the far side. Borra. Nice touch to get away. Ball whipped in. Both wins the header well, and McAllister will pick up the loose ball as it drops free. Work it about nicely. Got a number of defenders in front of me to deal with, though. We'll slot that through for Rafinha and utilise that pace. The defender just gave up on it there. Augustinsson, and Rafinha is in and slots it home nicely. We're level, and it didn't take us long to get back there either. Lovely through ball, just relying on the out-and-out pace of the attacker. Although the defender was very slow to actually start sprinting. Watch where the through ball goes through, and then look at the actual pace. He stopped. He was sprinting, and then he stopped, and then went again. What can I do? It's out of my control. We are level. Samaseku. Forward to Rafael Borra into the middle. Well, I don't know what that was from the defender. What's he doing there then? I've asked him to just nod it to a teammate because he's under no pressure, and he's headed it straight to the Southampton man, who's just run onto it and smacked it home. A goal for Golovin, and we're behind again. That was really, really annoying. It's probably the most PG way I could put it. Lovely ball around the outside to Rafinha. Can we immediately fire back? Oh, decent delivery. Cello flicks it on. Gunn with a comfortable enough save. Alexis. And wide to Jack Clark. In there to Moise Kean. Just give it to Shalov. It's under control well. See the amount of red shirts back there. It's really difficult to break them down at the minute, Southampton. We shall try. Moise Kean with a turn. Tielemans forward. Jack Clark. Shalov. Again, great footwork from him. Can we have the finish? No, it might drop for Jack Clark. It won't. I've not quite had the edge in this one. At least we've already scored once, which gives me the confidence we can do so again. And we are going to have to, multiple times if we want to win it. Typical that they scored 7 goals so far this season prior to this game. In like 10, if not, no, more than that. More than 10 games played in the Premier League so far this season. 7 goals is all they've scored. And of course they've scored 2 in the first half here against me. Always the way. With me, whenever I play against a side that don't score many, they always score a hatful. When I play against a side that concede loads, I can never get the ball in the back of the net. 2-1 down at half-time here against the Saints. Border. Have a word, Golovin. Twice he's had a crack at that. It'll drop to Border here in the box. Declan Rice gets a foot in. Oh, it's frustrating. Elyounoussi to deliver the ball into the middle from the corner. Everything just seems to fall back to Southampton at the minute. This game's been such a pain in that manner. Haven't yet had the rub of the green. That's the phrase I was looking for, but apparently it's a tongue twister. Yuri Tielemans cuts that out nicely. Hopefully the green will rub in our way sooner rather than later. Cross there to Jack Clark. It's Ken and Chalov and McAllister and Rafinha working away one way, then back the other, but there's just no room to do anything. Here's Elyounoussi in behind on the right hand side of my defence. Now Golovin with space, Borrow with the turn, Pope with the save. I want to make a change. Tielemans has been struggling with his knock most of the game, so I'm going to bring Drew Yearwood on. We are lacking depth. That is one thing to note. We are certainly lacking depth in our squad at present. The first team is very good, but my alternative options aren't quite there yet. But that's the way that we've built the team so far. We've just been getting better bit by bit rather than go out and buy 10 new people in one window. We are having to pick and choose who we buy and when we buy, which is of course more realistic as far as I'm concerned. Corner again for Southampton. Dubois will deliver and does so well enough. Pope goes up to claim it nicely. Bowl this out. Jamal Lowe gets under. Well, I say gets under control. He was just lucky there was no one near him. Otherwise, he certainly wouldn't have kept that under control. Looking for Chalov, but Joe Gomez is able to read the ball. 15 minutes left in the game. Still, as they mentioned in commentary, time ticking on. Still trailing here at St Mary's. Can't believe that the team that has the least amount of goals scored in the entire league is going to outscore me when I have the most amount of goals scored in the entire league. Just absolutely typical of my career mode experience for a number of years. Oh, I was trying to just take a moment to then float that over the top for Moise Kean to run onto. I couldn't get it out of my feet before the defender tackled me. Augustinson. Oh, I'm not going to get that off him by doing that, am I? Here's Buffal into the middle, away by Foyth. Far only is Augustinson. Samaseku. Where's he going? Left and right at the minute. Then sideways again. Borra, Golovin. This will be 3, won't it? No, blocked. Again, it falls straight to a Southampton man. How many times? Buffal. Again, it falls straight to a Southampton man. Jeeps. Just no luck in this game whatsoever. The only slight bit of fortune I got was when the defender decided he didn't want to run when trying to close me down. This time he is deciding to run and he stays with me. Rafinha inside there to Chalov. Arriving here is Drew Yearwood. Drew can hit them, but not well enough on this occasion. McAllister knocks that down. Moise Kean hits it firmly enough. Didn't really have any other option, and anywhere will do for Dubois. We have... Oh, the time just kept ticking on and on and on. We have a matter of seconds to get ourselves a goal. Oh, please tell me it took a deflection. Doesn't matter whether it did or not. High into the stand it goes, and back home we'll go. One of the furthest away trips of the entire season, and we're going back without anything to show for it. Tough month so far. Very tough month. Surprised by the defeat against Leicester. Equally frustrated there at the defeat against Southampton. I'm starting to question the ability of the team. I don't think I should. It's probably just a little blip. But we certainly don't have the depth that we would like. That's one thing we've definitely been able to decipher from this indifferent period. We do only need to avoid defeat in our remaining 2 games of the Europa League group to confirm our progression through. It would be nice to win the group if we can, to avoid potentially meeting any Champions League teams that drop down or drop into the competition from their elimination from that competition. Obviously, if you finish third in the Champions League group, you go into the Europa League knockout round. Home against Zurich. No, we'll use the rotation side. We'll sim it because I want my first team to be at full strength for the game against Wolves now that we've lost some points in the league recently. Sunderland against FC Zurich. We should win this. There's no reason why we shouldn't. We should have won the game when we played against them, and I didn't. Draw here with those, giving us a 1-0 lead after 15 minutes, which at least gives us a positive start. If we could continue that, that would be superb. Or even just hold fort. I'm quite happy with a 1-0 win if nothing else happens for the entirety of the remainder of the game. Rice comes on for Ward, Graf on for Lowe, and with 15 minutes to go, with 5 minutes to go, Chalov misses a penalty, but we do get the win. If we'd have missed that pen and then they'd have equalised, I'd have been fuming. We've dropped to 4th in the league. I think I'm just gonna release Timo Graf at this rate because he's not going to accept to move to anyone. We're 5th in the league. So after 12 games, Southampton had scored 7 goals. They're scoring almost an average of 1 goal every 2 games. And they scored twice in 45 minutes against me. Such is my life. When recording career mode content, we've scored 26 goals so far. We're averaging 2 goals a game. And the one game we don't get 2 goals in is the game we needed 2 goals in against Southampton. Let's go and batter Wolves, shall we? I'd very much like to get my confidence back up with this team. Rui Patricio in goal for Wolves. They too are playing 5 at the back. Doherty, Bolly, Colley, Danea and Johnny. 3 in midfield though. Geiger, Morlanes and Diop with 2 up top. Slightly narrower than Southampton. Di Matta and Paulsen, the front 2. I seem to, doesn't matter what formation I play or what team I'm playing with or what players I have in my starting 11, I just seem to struggle against 5 at the back formations. Hopefully this isn't another example of that, but I have a horrible feeling that it might be. Here's Di Matta looking to start Wolves off on the front foot. And then to Yusuf Paulsen. Backwards to Morlanes. Where are you going? Nowhere. Tielemans steps in well. Forward there to Rafinha. Apparently they've lost 6 games in a row, Wolves. Oh. That's what they're saying in commentary. And I could have cut, well I did cut them apart there, but he just delayed and delayed and delayed in taking the shot there, Moise Kean. It's not going my way in front of goal today, is it? Not even slightly. Need to end this run of poor form. Well, not even poor form. Run of indifferent form. With victory here against Wolverhampton Wanderers. If you can't beat a team that have lost 6 in a row, then you don't deserve to challenge for a top 4 spot or the title. We have to win this. Just going to drop kindly for Paulsen. And then Geiger. Again, it's seemingly just popping free from my opposition. More so than it is myself. Poor positioning from the man there though. And Rafinha will look to get in behind. Diop can't cope with the pace. Number of defenders involved here though. Harrison does just enough to get that to Alexis. Here's Yuri Tielemans. He can hit them. Unfortunately, on this occasion, he's hit it straight at the defender. Nice tackle. All very nearly popped free to an opposition man again. Harrison back inside there to McAllister. He can hit them too. Draws to save out Rui Patricio. Decent opportunity. Yuri Tielemans with the delivery. It's a wonderful cross. His delivery from corners is next level, Yuri Tielemans. It's so good. Declan Rice is not the man I want that to fall to. McAllister, though. Good attempt. Straight at the keeper again, however. Here's Di Matta running the channel. Nice tackle by Max Lowe. Just called him Jamal there. Declan Rice forward to Alexis. I tend to have a pattern, don't I, of signing players that have similar names. When we were at Newcastle, I signed Philip Max and Maximilian Philip. And now, here at Sunderland, I've signed 2 players with the name Lowe. Get that across to Yuri Tielemans. Does have a 5-star weak foot. Oh, deflections, and it won't fall for me. Struggling here against Wolves, but we are creating more than we did, or I feel like I'm creating more than I did against Southampton. And more regularly too, and we're certainly not as defensively frail in this game as we were in the last. Lay this in front of Moise Kean. Turn. Arriving here is McAllister. Take a touch and finish it. Keep it down, boy. Keep it down. Ep5 played in down the line. Oh, he just stopped there. Oh, why is that squeezed in at the near post? Sometimes it doesn't matter who you have in goal. The ball will just go in at the near post and the keeper does this. Never. Very rarely they actually stop it. It was the stop here. He ran and then he stopped and it just completely sold me. Completely sold me. There's no way ever the keeper should be beaten at his near post like that. None. Just so many defenders back here. Youri Tielemans. Oh, get that on target, Youri. You finally have the space to let fly with a long shot. And then you miss the target. Oh no, what a touch from the defender. Fair enough. Fair enough. That was flying in then. Oh, Jack Clark, get to that quickly. Let's get back towards the goal, shall we? Back towards the scoring area. Harrison's played in. Really heavy touch. Oh, why have you back-heeled that? No, Youri, pass the ball, please. Thank you. Axlow fires that in. Oh, he's missed it. I tried to get Moise Kenton past that round the corner to George Harrison, and he's just not taken a touch of the football. Oh, Jesus Christ. 1-0 down to the team that have lost 6 in a row at half-time. Rafinha to Tielemans. Hold the man off. Oh, you can hold the man off, but you've got to take the ball with you, Youri. I am not playing good football today. Was even close to playing good football today. Here's Geiger. Hopefully it's just a one-off. Thankfully he scuffed that finish. Hopefully it's a one-off. This is going to be the last video I record today before streaming. So fingers crossed the next recording session tomorrow will have me playing some better stuff, because I am underperforming so far today. Jack Clark down the line there. There's Harrison. There's a Ken. McAllister. Rafinha. Oh, it just will not go your way sometimes, will it? Oh, I just am losing faith sometimes in my own ability to play football. Nice tackle by Rafinha. Maybe a decent run, Moise. Oh, come on, kick it to your teammate, not right at the defender, please. That's it. Inside there's Ep5. To Matter again. Geiger. Housen, win that header, please. No! Oh, Nick Pope, thank you. Tackles, goal kick. Oh, that was very nearly 2-0. If they score a second, I really am done and dusted. We've been in such good goal-scoring form for the entirety of the season until today, where all of the goals have just dried up completely. Really, really frustrating. I know I've gone on about it a lot in today's episode, but it's like the polar opposite of the season we've had so far. This is like our first year in the Premier League all over again. Offside there, Powell, and thankfully we've 20 minutes to turn it round. To Ep5. At Muslim, please. I've been able to do so. Here's Diop. Oh, he's just running across the pitch. How is this an attacking tactic? Into Doherty. Back to Diop again. I didn't expect him to just keep running across the pitch. Alexis into Youri Tielemans. Come on, we have options here. Oh, what a lunge. Stay on your feet. Oh, losing my mind today. I'm glad this is the last one I'm recording because, my God, I can't wait to turn FIFA 19 off. Here's Doherty. Good tackle by Jack Clark. Keep going. Play that inside to find a teammate. Youri is found. Oh, Youri Tielemans is having a real off day today, but I mean, I am too, so I can hardly isolate him as an individual, can I? Oh my God, Nick Pope saved his shot at the near post. Can you believe it? Let's take Youri Tielemans off for Drew Yearwood, shall we? I might give Yearwood a number of starts in the next episode, but I'll probably forget by the time I come to record tomorrow. Johnny with the delivery, whipped. Powell with a header wide. Now 4 minutes to go, or 3.5 to be more accurate. Rafinha, I need a goal like we did against AEK Athens. They play in a similar kit. Can we get a similar result? Chalov turns well. Where's Ken is there? Here's Alexis. McAllister. Oh, 94 finishing. My arse. What on earth was that? Oh, it's going to be defeat again. This has been the worst month we've had. A, all season. B, perhaps for 2 seasons. Been really poor. Even losing to Leicester in the simulated game just adds to it as well. Wolves lost 6 games in a row till they played me. Southampton had scored 7 goals in 12 games until they played me. And I lost them both. Isn't that always the way? Oh, I'm so annoyed. So annoyed. We are now 5 points off the top of the table. It's recoverable. It's early enough that it's recoverable, but it's still just unnecessarily making the job harder. We'll split December into 2. We play Stoke twice. We play Huddersfield twice. Hopefully, we'll come away with some positive results. We've got Braga in there as well. Manchester City too. Alright, that'll do me for today. I am done. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. And I'll see you next time.